Hello and welcome back to Grandpa Streams Minecraft. My name is History Wes and we are on my forever world where we have just been working at repairing our hoe. We started doing that yesterday and I have not been back on Minecraft since our stream yesterday. So we're still in the same state that we were regarding our storage system. However, I want to step away from that, as I actually promised that I would, and do something else. So today we're going to go over to Pepperland, the Beatles tribute themed area in our world, or what will be the Beatles themed area. And today we are going to be laying out some locations for some buildings. So we're going to do that using some wool, and I'll just get a couple of stacks of blue, some purple, maybe something else. I don't want to run too short on anything. Yellow, some orange. I have to replace all of the shears in these units. I think I got plenty of cyan. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Some lime. Some green. And maybe some magenta. Okay, that should be more than enough. So I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a pretty good day. I've been a little sick to my stomach most of the day. I think that's because of some medication I'm taking. But I will survive, as Gloria Gaynor would say. Or as George Harrison would say, all things must pass. So we're going to, what time is it? It's still early in the day. Let's see, do I have any jungle wood here? I think I've dumped all that into the storage system. I'm thinking that we could grab some jungle wood and kind of work on our pathway through the savannah on our way over. Let's see. Yeah, we've got some stairs and some slabs. So I've continued to watch a lot of videos today, Minecraft videos, and also Hytale videos. Mumbo Jumbo has a Hytale video out today, which has got to be a big feather in their cap. And I watched Etho's second video and Dallas Med's fifth video in the world of Hytale. So it seems to be pretty popular so far, especially considering it's only in its alpha release. And I hope it remains that way until I get a chance to play it. So we're going to replace, whoa, what the heck, it got dark. Did you blow a hole in my road? Yes, you did. It got dark and stormy on us. Anyway, this is the pathway I was going to work at improving, but I'm not going to do that with all the mobs out. Wow, it's still early too. It's like not even noon. Look at all those guys. I wonder if I can sleep real quick. Okay. I got to improve my bow. My other one broke. This one just sucks. Okay, fortunately the sun takes care of the skeletons. Alright, well that was quite the deal. Alright. Sorry if I keep saying alright. Here we are in the roundabout, and over on this side of Penny Lane is going to be the bank. So we're going to have a little sidewalk. And going through over here. But what I'm looking for is, that's the third one. I want 3 blocks for sidewalk. Okay, now between these two, I need, that looks like the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's too far. So if we go here, here, here. It's the problem with building the street and then trying to get the building to fit afterwards. You know what? I'm just going to lay it out and I'll adjust the building as needed. So it's going to be 31 blocks this way, but starting at, I guess it's going to be here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's going to be really big. Because this is only part of the way. What did I do to deserve all of what's going on around here? Whoop, getting shot. That's right, you guys just keep shooting each other, that's fine. There you go, perfectly lined up. No. Time to go in with the sword. Okay. Did I get the bottle? Yeah, I did. Alright, so this building is larger. The original design was larger than I was planning, so I think I'm going to truncate it. Just make it this big. this long. And then the other way was originally 24. Let's see how big that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think we'll just do that big. That's way bigger than a building. I don't even know what's going to go in it, really. I mean, it's going to be a bank, but you don't need a bank in a single-player Minecraft game. So that's more than big enough. All right, over on this side, let's see, get a new color. 2, 3. Here. I think this one is going to come in like this, and it'll be 2 shops that are connected. There we go, that big. And let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we'll split it roughly like this. This side is going to be an animal shelter, and this side is going to be a barber, maybe vice versa. Maybe put the barber over here and the animal shelter here. And then we're going to have a little alley here. And this is going to be the fire station. And it's going to be tall and brick. Most of these are going to be brick of some kind. But it's going to be like an old-timey fire station. Not unlike the one that the Ghostbusters set up shop in. Although it's not going to be a Ghostbusters. Then we're going to have a little shop here. A little back alley. It'll be fairly deep, but not very wide. So I made a list of all of the themed areas that I wanted to eventually add to this world, and it's quite a long one. Got all the classic ones: Asian area, modern area, cyberpunk area, and then there are a lot of them based on things that I like this Beatles area, and I want to do a Tarzan jungle themed area. I'm a big fan of the Tarzan books. Okay. Well, this is going to be pretty small, but it still comes right to here. Okay. Now, for our final one, I think over here, see how deep we can go. It's not really important to go very deep on this one because it's going to be largely underground. Because this is going to be the Cavern Club, which was the Beatles' first venue in Liverpool. Okay. Let's fly up and see how this... Oh, I should have put on my chest plate when those mobs were after me. Okay. Okay, that looks cool. And then over here, I'm thinking we'll make a river that curves around a bit out of this area that's already dug out partially. Not this area right here, but over here. So it comes out over by the Yellow Submarine and then kind of curves over to here, this other lowland area. And we'll fill in this place, which is just a hole. It's not, yeah, there's a tunnel. I've got some torches, so I might as well go ahead and light that up in there. And then we can just cover over it when we need to. Here we go. Okay, let's continue with our layout. Same thing over here though. cave. Not much in it. A little coal, a little iron. All right, and so here it's going to be a fairly big building, divided into two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is going to be the Apple boutique, not the Apple computers, but Apple Beatles company. Which was like a kind of a psychedelic fashion store. And then this will be Abbey Road Studios. 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's plenty deep. Okay. Wow. Okay, let's make another chest. And dump this wool into it for now. And let's get some of this grass. Excuse me. Start fixing our landscape here. So has anybody else thought about building kind of in this theme park way? I'm not building a theme park, but I'm having areas set up like a theme park would, with specific themed regions. I would be interested to hear what other themed areas you have built, or even if you haven't built, what would you like to see built? there's really no limit to the kinds of things you could construct, the kinds of thematic areas. I was wondering what I would put in the savanna area over here. This is one very large savanna area at the top of this, and stretching out on this side of this hill, and that area in between. And I don't know, an Old West would be good there, but I'd really like to do an Old West in a Badlands area, Badlands biome. My son and his wife started a western town in our family server, and did a really good job on it. But it remains, like most things on our family server, and like most things in everybody's Minecraft worlds, partially finished. Although they got a good start on it if they ever wanted to come back to it, with 3 or 4 Western buildings, including a saloon, and I don't remember if they got the train station finished, but they were definitely laying train tracks. I should actually be doing this on the other side or there. I think I'll move over there in a minute after I get this little area filled in, because I know what's going there, and I don't necessarily know what's going to go over here yet. Sea pickles, that's the only thing I would really buy out of this. Okay, let's go over on this side of the road. This whole side, everything on this side of this road is going to be somewhat, well, it's going to be psychedelic themed. We've got the yellow submarine already over there. And kind of representing the latter half of the beetle's career. So right in this area is going to be strawberry fields. And I'm going to have to do some research before I actually lay it out and design it, because I'm not really sure what strawberry fields looks like. And I know there's a big tree in the video, but I don't even know if the video was made in the real strawberry fields. And of course there's a strawberry fields dedicated to John Lennon's memory in Central Park in New York. So I might take inspiration from both strawberry fields when I do this one. as well as the music video. Beatles made music videos pretty much before anybody else did. They may not have been the very first, but they certainly utilized them. And their song Paperback Writer was an early example of one. Although you could argue there are two movies, Hard Day's Night and Help, were basically just long music videos. Especially the latter, which just had a very silly story to go along with it. The first one's a little more rooted in true life. So I'm looking forward, I say this every time I stream, I'm looking forward to my new computer. I want to have some live comments. I want to have some, probably my face cam going. I tried the face cam earlier when I first started streaming, and it was usable, but it did cut down the frames per second a lot. Even just streaming cuts down the frames per second in the game. We're at 65, 70. When I'm playing and not streaming, it's about 110 to 120. But there you go. Just have to deal with these little inconveniences. That would be a great area for the Tarzan themed jungle, maybe? No, it's not large enough. Wow. Little tiny dark oak forest wedged between a really tiny jungle and a very, very, very large birch forest. Huh. I'm going to fly over here and look in this cave. I'm still on the look for dripstone. It's the main reason I check in with the wandering trader, because he might sell a piece. And do we see any in there? No. It's dry, but I don't see any dripstone. I suppose dripstone is not really dry, right? Because you got water that makes it, but it's not a lush cave. All right. So not a big enough jungle for our Tarzan area. I started reading books by Edgar Rice Burroughs, the author of Tarzan, when I was 10-ish years old. I started really being a book devouring reader when I was 9, but I read other books first, and then I read Edgar Rice Burroughs, starting with Pellucidar. It's the first one I read, which is a story of adventure in the Earth's core. There's a very cheap movie made of it in the 70s, which is very low budget, low special effects, but still not bad. But anyway, I read all of his science fiction books before I read Tarzan. I didn't think I would like them, but I read them and became a huge Tarzan fan. If you don't know, of course, Tarzan is I mean, everybody knows that he's a jungle hero. They know, but Edgar Rice Burroughs wrote 24 Tarzan books, and they've made around 50 Tarzan movies, probably more than that, and at least 4 TV series, at least 2 animated series. The one in the 70s was really good, and of course comics and everything else. The best Tarzan movie by far is The Legend of Tarzan, which was just a few years old, starring Alexander Skarsgård and Margot Robbie as Jane. And she makes a good Jane. In the books, Tarzan doesn't live in a jungle treehouse, but more of like an estate on the savannah. But we're going to do a treehouse anyway. If we can find a savannah next to a jungle, that would be great. We could do both. I mean, there's a tree I missed when I was cleaning this out. It's hard to believe. Does this qualify as a thunderstorm? Probably not. No. I'll make use of all these ominous bottles when I go to the trial chamber. Maybe. I've fought in the trial chamber already, not in this world, but in others. And I've kind of just want to get the copper. I'm not that enthused about doing the fighting. Although I may change my mind. Now it's getting dark. And there's a creeper. Oh. Well, that's inconvenient. Okay, there's my chest. Somewhere, pick up the chest. Okay. Creepers are definitely my least favorite mobs. The enemies of all that is good and pure and whole in the world. Plus they blow up your stuff. And, kill you. People complain about phantoms all the time, but they don't blow up your stuff. Where was I? Over here. And there's an apple. One of the things I'm looking forward to playing Hytale is all the farming, because they have a whole lot of crops that you can farm. And I'm hoping it will kind of spur the Minecraft developers to do the same thing, expand their farming. A lot of people want a farming update. I'm one of those. I mean, a lot of people want different things too. That's probably not the most popular choice. I'm sure the end update is, but there's still plenty of people that would like a farming update. Anyway, so I was speaking on Tarzan of the Apes. So we could build a Tarzan's treehouse in our Tarzan themed area. We could do some the house on the savannah. We could do African village. I have to look up and see which African culture we would be basically looking at. Canonically, Tarzan lives either in what is today Kenya or what is today Congo. So see what indigenous people live there. Because all I know about people of Africa is that the Zulus live in South Africa, and people who speak the Swahili language live on the west coast of Africa, but I don't know much about their tribes, so I'll have to look that up. I know more about ancient Africa, like Great Zimbabwe, which is what remains of a trading kingdom city, and in Central West Africa, where you will find the city of Timbuktu, which was a huge center of learning after Muslim religion spread into Africa. A lot of people know the name Timbuktu but don't realize that it's a real place and where it is. They just, use it in an expression like, I'm going to knock you to Timbuktu. I watched a great video, and I don't remember who it was by, but he was a Minecraft creator, and he was showing the differences between building Aztec buildings and building Mayan buildings, which was pretty fascinating. And he had a city built in each style. And so rather than just doing a straight Mesoamerican build, when I get to that point in this world, I'm going to do what he suggested and pick one of the two to do first and then do the other one and not mix them together necessarily. So over here, this will be strawberry fields. And most of the Lucy in the Sky with Diamond things are going to be over this way. And I might do some kind of psychedelic circus based on the song Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite, which is a song on the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, which Paul McCartney sang in concert, and I bet I was like one of the only people out of the tens of thousands of people who were there that knew all the words to that song. That was kind of his tribute to John Lennon, because Lennon sang the song originally on the album. So we're approaching the end of our video, end of our stream. My name is History Wes, and I am a grandpa who plays Minecraft. And I stream every Saturday and Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific time. And that will continue to be the case for the near future anyway. I hope to maybe expand that time a little bit as conditions here improve. And if you are watching the stream live, thank you for doing so. And if you are watching it on demand, thank you too. streaming this every week as a way to keep me motivated to work on this forever world, and it certainly worked this week. I probably would not have gotten around to playing Minecraft at all if I didn't have the stream to deal with. So that's a good thing. And a special thanks to those of you who put a like on the stream or a like on the video on demand, and a very, very special thank you to anybody who leaves a comment or subscribes to my channel. My channel is History West, and there you'll find Minecraft videos, including a couple of tutorials that are fairly old. I hope to make some more tutorials if I find anything that I'm good at doing. Or maybe at least doing as well as somebody else, something I have a little expertise in. I have a tutorial on my channel for building a dinosaur skeleton. So that's my only claim to fame so far as tutorials go. But if you find yourself with nothing to watch and you want to watch a stream or play it in the background while you are playing Minecraft, Saturday and Sunday evenings are the time to find me. Or, the video on demand anytime. And if you have a channel and produce your own Minecraft materials, your own videos, leave me your YouTube channel in the comments or a link, and I will add you to the videos that I'm watching, because I'm always looking for more good Minecraft content to watch. So I think next week we'll come over and start building one of these buildings that we laid out today. And probably the bank building, I'll have to gather up resources. I'm going to need a lot of granite and bricks, which I'll buy from my villagers. Going to need some green terracotta, that's really the reason I built my cactus farm, because I knew I was going to use green in this bank build. But I'll gather up what I can, and we'll try and make a dent in it. Okay, our river's going to be on the other side of this hill, right? Yeah, over here. Although there's a fairly big series of holes around here. It's all right though. Yeah, I need to light up this area. Is it weird that the grass makes such a different sound than putting the dirt, since they're both dirt? I guess not. All right. Thanks again for stopping by. I hope you have a great week. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And as always, keep on Minecrafting.